Today, the JSE welcomes a new member to its prestigious main board. In an echo of the great African tribal traditions, the kudu horn signals celebration and marks the birth of this alliance with a vision of growth and prosperity for years to come. The call of the horn is testament to the pride of this great institution that is brought to life by companies such as these. Today, welcomed as a most revered and valued member, JSE, driven for your growth.
Good morning all. Thank you for joining us as we sound the kudu horn to celebrate the listing of the Satrix CAPI All-Share ETF. Last year, we celebrated 20 years since ETFs first listed on the JSE. The ETF universe continues to thrive exponentially due to the simplicity and ease of access of this investment vehicle. These types of listings provide investors with instruments to gain first-hand exposure to the world of investing through the JSE. Building on the success and growth of ETFs, I'm excited to welcome the Satrix CAPI All-Share ETF to the JSE's main board. The Satrix CAPI is the 23rd ETF to be listed by Satrix and boosts the number of ETF listings on the JSE to 86. Today's listing is indeed exciting as it will afford investors broad market exposure to 140 listed companies spanning large, medium, and small shares. This level of diversification is key as it provides accessibility for both existing and first-time investors. This is a critical component for the JSE to drive economic inclusion. In closing, I would like to once again welcome the Satrix CAPI All-Share ETF to the JSE's main board and extend my well wishes to Satrix Investments team as they embark on the next chapter of growth.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nico Katske, and I'm the head of Portfolio Solutions at Satrix. It is my honor to be announcing the listing of our 23rd exchange-traded fund, the Satrix CAPI All-Share ETF, or CAPI for short. A special thank you to the JSE for hosting us today and continuing this great tradition of listing events. Even though the kudu horn will today again be blown virtually, its sound remains endearing. As the largest index tracking team on the continent and progenitor of innovative solutions that have shaped our investment landscape for the past 21 years, Satrix once again brings something truly unique to the market. The CAPI is the first in our market to track the full FTSE JSE all-share universe, with a well-diversified mix of large, mid, and small cap stocks, making the smaller and more locally focused segment of the market more easily accessible. As the name suggests, we also cap single stock exposure at 10% at rebalance. At Satrix, our reason for existence has always been to democratize the investment process by focusing on making access to well-diversified investments easier and cheaper. Now, with this in mind, we are offering our most widely diversified ETF yet for free, waiving all management fees until June 2022. Our TER of 20 basis points thereafter remains a compelling value offering for accessing such a widely diversified basket of stocks. The CAPI provides investors with exposure to more than 140 South African listed companies. Roughly 3/4 are allocated to the large, liquid counters that investors gain exposure to through our Satrix Top 40 ETF. In addition to this, CAPI offers investors roughly 20% exposure to more than 40 mid-cap and 5% exposure to more than 60 small-cap companies, respectively. Our research has shown that a well-diversified exposure to smaller companies adds to portfolio diversification, upside potential, as well as return stability. While on an individual basis, smaller companies might well be regarded as more volatile, as a collective, these companies have been more diversified and experience less volatility than their mid and large cap counterparts. It is then no surprise that the CAPI experienced more stable returns over the past decade than similar market tracking ETFs without greater mid and small cap exposures. It has also delivered exceptional returns, outperforming the ASISA General Equity Retail Active Fund Management median on a rolling 3-year basis more than 90% of the time during the past decade. In fact, compared to actively managed alternatives, the CAPI has been a consistent top quartile and of late, top decile performer, even after applying costs. We strongly believe that this performance is grounded in the following key principles that set it apart. First, as discussed, the CAPI offers a uniquely diversified blend of stable names with a healthy exposure to smaller counters that provide upside potential as well as return stability. The larger names provide the proverbial meat and potatoes, with the smaller names offering the spice. Second, the CAPI offers a strong rand hedge component to investors, with nearly 2/3 of constituent earnings coming from offshore. In conclusion, the launch of the Satrix Capped All-Share ETF, which has the JSE ticker STX CAP, provides investors the opportunity to gain exposure to the full all-share universe with no management fees until June 2022. In line with our goal of offering clients easier access to the broad market for less, we cannot deliver on this goal better than through the CAPI ETF we are listing today. Our thanks to the JSE for providing the necessary platform for investors to trade these innovative solutions easily, and our investors for entrusting us to provide you access to the market for more than 2 decades. On this note, I will hand back over to Martin Koch to take us closer to the countdown and to the sound of the iconic kudu horn.
With those 6 letters, it's the Satrix Capped All-Share. The ISIN code just next to it, as you can see in the middle of the screen, that is its unique identification number that we have on the JSE, so that you can see from a ZA, that is the 2 letters that signify that this share is listed in South Africa. The ISIN will also be unique across the world and identifiable in that fashion. The next few items you can see are the last, the bid, the ask, and volume, and each of these will update as and when this instrument trades today and the shares are moving through the market. On the far right-hand side, you can see a blank gray screen. That's where we'll be watching for some trades coming through a bar graph and a line graph will show us what the trades are doing for the Satrix CAPT this morning. Below that, you see a wonderful depiction of the J200, the JSE All Share Index, and it's showing you how that index has performed over a 1 year rolling period. You can see the ups, downs, and it's marked in where it closed off yesterday. The trading screen as a whole, we should be having the markets open on the derivative market, which you can see trades flowing through on the bottom of the screen, just above the dark section at the top. What the trading engine is doing at the moment is handling around 20 million orders or so a day, which translates to around 300 or so orders a second. If we were on site, we would be looking at the trading screen just below our feet, standing in the JSE offices in Sandton, and the engine is just below where all the parking is, and you would be able to know that that is where the trading engine is located. The thinking, the trading engine...
Wow, what an awesome listing and celebration. In our traditional fashion, we would have had everyone in person at the exchange with a buzz to celebrate and welcome a new listing to the JSE. However, as we continue in a virtual fashion, hopefully not for too much longer, we would like to award the Satrix team with a listing trophy to symbolically mark and welcome the Satrix CAPI ETF listing. To the Satrix team, congratulations on your listing and welcome to the JSE. We look forward to a journey of success and growth together.